When I was serving in the Marine Corps, we used to talk about the things that were important in our country. One of those things we talked about was the right to vote. And ladies and gentlemen, you are living in the state that is going to ensure that the people that vote are supposed to vote and only once. For a long time, my interest in politics has been very strong. In fact, I redid my will so that when I passed away, I could be buried in Philadelphia and keep voting. But then I realized that, yes, I could be buried there. Yes, I could still vote, but they would be voting me Democrat. I didn't want that.
Chicago, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of places like that. But we'll get that fixed this November. I mentioned serving in the Marine Corps, and now I would like to introduce someone that's serving in one of the sister organizations to the Marine Corps, the U.S. Navy. How many veterans of the Air Force, Army, Navy, Marine Corps do we have? We thank all of you for your service, and certainly we are in a hall that honors our veterans every day. The next gentleman is a lieutenant commander in the United States Navy Reserve. He didn't have to join the Navy. He did so that returning veterans that were having difficulties could use his services. He is a doctor, a psychologist, and every month he goes to Bethesda, to the Naval Hospital there, and meets with returning veterans and helps them adjust. He does that because he wants to give back, and he's given back for a long time. He's our U.S. Congressman. Please welcome Tim Murphy.
People who strongly believe in the future of America, people who believe the American dream is all about what we still believe in. An American dream has to do with America working hard, because America works best when America is working. When we have jobs growing, the private sector in particular, we know that every private sector job creates another 5 to 10 other jobs. We know that every government job requires 3 to 5 private jobs to pay for it. And there's fundamental differences in what this election is going to be about this fall, and why we believe in this great future of America. Something you may have heard, there's been some job numbers out today. I wanted to tell you a little bit about that news. 80,000 new jobs. Of that, 47,000 professional jobs, temporary and health jobs, 25,000. And about 11,000 in construction. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about what that means. Think of this. Recent high school graduates, 3.1 million. Recent college graduates of bachelor's degree, 1.7 million. And what we've got is 80,000 jobs. It's no wonder the majority of recent college graduates, 53%, are underemployed, working in some job, part-time or multiple jobs, where it has nothing or little to do with their degree. That's not the kind of hope and dream we wanted for America. That's not the American dream. And I know we're all concerned about students being able to pay off their loans and taking on debt. But you know what? The best way to handle that is to make sure when our students graduate, they can look forward to a job. And that's a key thing for us. Anyway, I should also introduce my wife, Nan. Man, that's a sweet. Tell you some ways we can see job growth around this region, and where there's some fundamental differences. And this is where Democrats Democrats and Republicans come together. Because ultimately, we're all concerned about the future for our families. And you can't feed a family, you can't clothe a family, you can't get the family car, pay the mortgage if you're worried about your next paycheck, if there's going to be one. And when you're looking about 25 million Americans unemployed or underemployed, these people are very worried about our future. But let's look at what's happening in southwestern Pennsylvania and fundamental differences between policies. Out here, we've seen great growth in the energy industry. We've seen growth in the medical industry. But when we have a federalized government-run healthcare plan, it's going to have this government board deciding what they pay for and what they don't pay for and how much. When you have 158 boards, panels, commissions, and programs, when you have a Secretary of Health of 1,978 new activities and rules she's going to be dealing with, that's a huge barrier to